Hey everyone, before I jump into the best beers in Puerto Rico, in my opinion, in the time that I've been here, let me just first say thanks to everyone who backed the Kickstarter and got us our funding for this first season of hopping. We're less than 2 weeks away, meeting Nick in Las Vegas. We already have a bunch of breweries lined up and we're in talks with some more. Places like Able Baker in Las Vegas, Dark Sky in Mother Road in Flagstaff, Wren House and the Beer Research Institute in Phoenix, and like I said, a lot more coming on our path, and there'll be a lot of spontaneous stuff as well. So we're excited for that. If you could hit that little subscribe button on our channel, whether you're on your phone or your computer, it's pretty easy, just right in that direction, I think. Go for that. So let's get into the best beers in Puerto Rico. So first of all, you might be wondering why I'm doing a video about the best beer in Puerto Rico and drinking a glass of rum. It's because I drank all the beer. I drank it all. So let me tell you about my opinion of the best beers here in Puerto Rico. I've been here for a few weeks and I've tried as much as I can. I've gotten into tap rooms when I can. And let me just say straight away, Ocean Lab. Spoiler. I believe they are the best one here. You see their bottles everywhere. Ocean Lab Brewing probably had, I know I've had 14 of their beers, maybe 15, 16, quite a bit. They make a Hop Diver IPA. That beer, I think I'm going to go ahead and say that's my favorite one I've had. They also have a stout, coffee stout, a regular IPA, another version of their IPA, a pale ale, my friend's personal favorite, the blood orange blonde. It's the Bob. That one's pretty tasty too. This brings me to one point in Puerto Rico is you really got to check your bottles. So one example is I had their Hurricane Harvest Ale. I believe that's what they call it, Hurricaned. And I had it in a bottle and it was not very good. And this has been the case with a lot of bottles. But then I was at Lab Brewery on the west coast of Puerto Rico and I had it on tap, night and day. And that's been the deal with a lot of these bottles. I think it's just hot here and a lot of these bottles at shops just don't get treated well. Maybe they're not cycling through the craft beer as fast as they could. But the momentum for craft beer here is on the rise, like it is in a lot of places in the world. So that's a good thing. Other notable breweries, FOK Brewery, they have some decent stuff. Their IPA was okay. They had a red ale that I tried. Fruit beer was all right. But that's one that you're going to see quite a bit of around the island. Also, there is Seniorial. I had a triple from them. It seemed like they knew what they were doing, but there's honey in the triple on purpose. Wasn't a big fan of that. Kind of sweet. Another big brewery is Box Lab, which I mentioned going to their tap room. The tap room was pretty cool. It's called Beer Box. And after a big day hiking on the beach, sitting down there was pretty nice. They had, I want to say 15 beers on tap. Almost all of them from Puerto Rico, except for I think one. I think they had Founder's Stout. Their IPA that I had from them, pretty solid. Definitely dug that. The other beer that you're going to see quite a bit of is Boquerón. Boquerón Crash Boat IPA. That's blue box with the cans. That's the best one I've had from them. And one of the better IPAs you're going to find on the island. People say this is the up-and-coming place in this, area chain of islands for beer, and I believe that. It's still got a ways to go, but the momentum is strong. You can feel it. You can feel it. And when you talk to people that are into beer, you can feel that there's more and more home brewers out there. Things are happening. There's a lot of places that aren't distributing highly yet, but it's on the rise. Del Oeste? Sorry, Del Oeste. I had an Oktoberfest from them, and it was a standard-y Oktoberfest. Not my favorite style. You gotta really nail it for me to really enjoy that one. But that's one you'll see in bottles. Medallia Light, just gotta mention it. That's the beer you're gonna see everywhere in cans for like $5 or $6 for a 6-pack. It's a standard light beer here. It's exactly what you expect. Going after that one. The takeaway from this is when you come to Puerto Rico, definitely check out Ocean Lab, Far and Above, and all those other names I mentioned. They're worth a look, but Ocean Lab Brewing. They're really crushing it. Basically tried all their beers. They even had like a cookie dough stout. They're trying different things, so you gotta respect them for that. It's been a good time. Yeah, like I said, 2 weeks away. Vegas. The real adventure begins. Hope you come to Puerto Rico and enjoy some good beers, and hope you follow us along for the rest of it. Cheers, everybody.